5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Put everything down and crank your speakers up.
It's time for
The Realest Podcast.
Oh yeah! We got us a new world champion!
And what is going on, guys? You're listening to the Realest Podcast, and welcome to the results of Roman, or not, welcome to WrestleMania 33's results.
Welcome to Roman Mania.
Man, oh man. It sure was. You know, Kyle was saying this was an ultimate thrill ride. We're already getting Michael Andrews in here saying that this WrestleMania was worse than the WrestleMania 32. We got Jamie coming in here. Holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Juan is in here. Roman Reigns won. Undertaker retired. Michael Andrews, Neville versus Aries was the best. Or AJ versus Shane. Just a whole lot of stuff or shit happened tonight. Joined by Brian, joined by Kyle, joined by Andrew. Everybody is here. Man, oh man. You know, where to even start? It really was a good. Look, I'll be straight with you. To me, this was a very good WrestleMania.
It was a successful pay-per-view. It really was.
It was a really good WrestleMania. I really enjoyed it from start to finish.
It might not have been better than TakeOver, but it was still. I mean, it was a great show, and it was definitely beat last year by a mile and then some.
Oh, it buried last
year.
I
know, yeah. It was great. I mean, we might have made fun of it. That's called the Ultimate Throw Ride. That's like a stupid tagline, but it really was a roller coaster, up and down.
Well, yeah, it played with your
moments,
emotions.
bad moments.
That's all it did. It played with your emotions. There was times where I wanted to cry. There's moments where I wanted to, laugh, be happy. It just one thing after another.
So Carly Middleton says it's the first WrestleMania I've ever seen, and I didn't even see the hype. Wow. It's kind of interesting.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
Jamie Kinney says Hardy Boys are back, and for anybody that wanted to know if the Hardy Boys are broken, I can tell you they are 100% broken.
Good.
They are broken.
I want them to be.
And I will play. If you guys give me a second, I'll play the video. That way you guys can hear it for yourselves. But Brian, this is your first WrestleMania. I mean, dude, I saw you tweeting. You freaked out when the Hardys showed up. I mean, what do you think of tonight altogether?
Yeah, honestly, I loved it. I hadn't seen. This is my first WrestleMania in a couple years, to be honest with you, and I haven't been this excited through a WrestleMania since 23, which is the first WrestleMania I saw. And man, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Hardys, I didn't even expect the Hardys, honestly. As soon as they I heard the music, I was like, they're gonna win it. There's no way they can just come back and just not win the thing, and that made me more excited. And then man, and then I don't know, but I've always been my favorites. Jeff's been one of my favorites. Matt, they're my favorite all-time wrestlers. So that was just really.
All right, well,
and I want to point that out to you real quick before we move on. When it comes to the Hardy Boys, everybody loved the Hardy Boys, but Jeff was always the favorite. Tonight, if you paid attention to the match, it was Matt Hardy that got the titles for them.
Oh yeah.
So they're already starting off with the broken concept where Matt is the guy in charge.
All right,
so
here is the Hardys after the tag team match.
The club's tag team title reign is now obsolete because the Hardys have deleted it. Yes.
There it is. Not a lot, just a few little, just a little bit. WWE posted a video interviewing Jeff and Matt sounded normal. Kyle screamed when the Hardys came out. I think I marked out too. 70,000 all dead silent. Yeah, I mean, Undertaker's basically retired. I mean, I would be kind of silent with this too. It's crazy to think, throughout my entire lifetime, the Undertaker's been there, and now, he's gone. So, we knew it was coming sooner or later. We did. Do I think that Roman should be the guy to put him out? No, I don't. I don't. Well, let me rephrase that. They could if they did it right. They didn't do it right. We all knew going into this that Roman was going to beat The Undertaker. And that's what ended up happening. Roman beat The Undertaker. You could tell that Taker was really struggling. You could tell that he was not in tip-top shape. Taker had his moments in the beginning of the match. Other than that, it was a spear, Superman punch, spear, Superman punch, spear, Superman punch. And that's all it was. And
I am glad though. I am glad that they made it was a lot of moves to put him down though.
Yeah, it's just, I just, it doesn't change anything for Roman. I don't see anything different. Obviously, the guy's not a heel. I mean, he could do it tomorrow. Does he? Probably not. You got to mess up on my spelling here. Now the question is what happens next? Obviously, Taker won't be around anymore. As soon as JR's music hit, I knew that this was it. Jamie says, am I the only one who wanted to cry when Undertaker was doing his farewell? Probably not. There are a lot of people who are emotional. I got Kev here he said, man, this is really sad. He said that himself. Michael said, I changed my mind. 33 at the first half was outstanding. The second half was kind of disappointing. I still disagree. I honestly and truthfully think that it was still good. Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, it only lasted 4 minutes, but you know what? It's better than a minute and a half. Roman Reigns didn't turn heel, yes. I knew he was gone when JR came out to commentate. Yeah, and, it was good hearing JR's voice again.
I thought a few interesting things in it. Like, for example, in the Goldberg and Lesnar match, the crowd hated Goldberg. Like, wow. I was shocked when in the match he was getting booed like crazy when he started to spear and jackhammer. Hated him, and I loved it when Lesnar was going nuts, suplexing him 10 times.
Well, I mean, think about it from their perspective. I mean, as a fan, they don't want to see the same thing over again. We've already seen the same thing over again, 2 times. So the fact that Brock Lesnar actually fought back and won, much better. I mean, this is the same wild crowd that was, on their feet chanting for the Miz,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so, I mean, anything could happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, we also saw John Cena propose to Nikki Bella. I mean, it was
what
kinda,
the fucking do?
I'm just going to say, you know what? That's their moment. People can be bitter and fucking mean and upset about it, but you know what? It's their fucking moment. I'm really fucking proud.
People were upset about that?
Yeah, they got.
Well, I mean, here's my thing about it. I'm not upset that it happened. I knew it was going to happen. It's been predicted for months now that was going to happen. What I don't like is the idea that we knew what was going to happen going into it. I'll be completely honest. I picked Miz and Maurice to win that match because I wanted them to throw a curveball at me. I really did. I wanted them to throw a curveball at me, and I wanted that feud to continue because I'll be completely honest. The 4 of them make for great TV. But they were going to do it, and they had that plan for months. So it's their congratulations to the both of them. But I mean, I can see where people would be upset about it. I mean, I don't like things that are cheap. I hate knowing what's going to happen. So for me, when I noticed that direction was going in, I was kind of a little bitter about it. I was like, oh, okay, well, no surprise here. But I mean, for me, I just don't care if they're getting married or not getting married. I'm happy for them either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think people that booed them are just playing out fucking rude with that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, again, yeah, it is predictable, but at the end of the day, it's just, you know what? Let that moment happen. Just let it happen. Yeah. The women's matches were disappointing. I do agree with that. Both women's matches were disappointing. 100%. Apparently, Bayley had a nip slip. I did see it. Oh, 100%. Apparently, she did a small one. John proposed, I waited 5 seasons, Total Divas. Where were the fireworks? I mean, if they did that, it would have been kind of overdoing it. Carly Middleton says, probably one of my top favorite moments. The SmackDown women's match was especially disappointing. I agree, and I'll explain why I think it is disappointing. Those women have worked their ass off from the time that they started at SmackDown, and those women deserve, if you want, in my opinion, 100% a one-on-one match was deserved for Alexa Bliss and it probably what's her name?
Naomi.
Well, I don't understand why they had her drop the title. I mean, obviously they knew that it was a minor injury, and they should probably keep on her going into WrestleMania.
It was probably 50-50, one of those things where they didn't know what would happen. So I am disappointed that they didn't get that, and I am very disappointed that they got less time than they really did deserve. The Raw Women's title match, it was really disappointing. I was not happy with that at all. Last year they tore the house down. This year it's just like, just go out there. You guys got 10 minutes. Juan says Roman Reigns better turn heel tomorrow, saying that he retired the Undertaker, which will never happen. I think the more and more you ask for it, the more and more you're just going to disappoint yourself. Michael Andrews says the pre-show was lit. It was
What?
okay. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal was the only thing that was disappointing in that. I'm very disappointed that
I was shocked.
the Intercontinental Championship should not have been
Ooh,
in the
actually, yes.
pre-show.
That's what I wanted to talk about. I was reading an article, and they actually suggested that they actually moved them to the pre-show because of the idea that they saw that Dean Ambrose was drunk during the Hall of Fame.
Well,
and that was sort of his punishment for it.
If he was drunk, then you know what? Shame on him.
What?
Especially, well,
There's
here's my
Hall of
thing.
Fame?
He's a public figure. He should not be drunk when he goes to something like that, especially the Hall of Fame.
That's so messed up.
I agree. The pre-show was really good. Neville and Aries was really good. Yes, it was, and their feud will continue. Dean Ambrose always looks drunk. Roman fucking Reigns main event 3 times. I think now I understand why this year they main evented.
Well, yeah, it made sense. I mean, if the Undertaker was going to retire, he had to main event.
I also want to say the Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton match. I wasn't a fan.
I know you weren't. I was.
It was weird.
It was really
I didn't
good.
like those pictures on the ring. That was kind of like thrown.
When they brought
It was
they
cool,
brought up
but
the
then-
maggot.
But why the
That
hell
was kinda
would you
weird.
give? I don't like having him have the fucking title and then drop it. That's what I don't like. Is him picking up the title and dropping it.
Maybe they just want to like
He didn't
continue.
even get to have a reign. Well, if you want to continue the feud, have Bray win dirty.
Yeah.
There's other
I
ways
know.
around this.
I don't know.
The thing with the bugs on the ring, I ran away instantly. Carly Middleton says, the picture scared me, no bueno. The match was boring, I wanted Bray to win. And another thing that really hurt is, at that point in the show, the crowd was drained. That crowd was amazing tonight.
Oh yeah.
No, Seth versus Triple H was actually really good. But again, they had
Surprisingly, though.
They had to follow up. Again, they had to follow up what the tag team did. And again, the only reason why the tag team match was as good as it was because of the Hardys. And everybody
Yeah, of
has been
course.
wanting the Hardys to do something. And it kind of became obvious when it was later in the match or later in the night that they were going to debut. So 100%, I do not think that Seth and Triple H were disappointing. We were just all drained. I mean, we literally have been watching wrestling since, well, for me at least, since 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. AJ stole the show. I love Seth's entrance. That was a good entrance. I thought.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't know if AJ and Shane really stole the show. I wanted it to be better, and
that
it was a really good
fantastic
match.
I
But
do
I,
think
don't know.
it was
I think it
match
was
of the
really
night,
good. Really?
That was a
I don't know.
fantastic match.
If you say that the tag
Shane
team match
was very
If you
impressive.
say that the tag team was match of the night, it really wasn't. That's the moment of
No,
the
I
night.
know
That's
that.
the
I know.
top moment. But matches
Yeah.
wise, that was match of the night. That was an outstanding match, especially to start off. Sasha
Yeah.
had the best entrance. Oh, I know Andrew has himself a very, very big opinion on entrances and champions and stuff like that. I do know that for a fact.
Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that made me upset, and they did it pretty much every champion, except for Goldberg, if I'm not mistaken. Every champion came out first before their challengers.
Yeah, I
If you
noticed
noticed that.
that.
Alexa
They've
Bliss.
really kind of stopped with that because normally it's supposed to be the challenger
Kevin
coming out and then the
Owens.
champion.
No, Chris Jericho actually came out last. They did that right.
They
Yeah,
just
but I mean
kinda-
everybody else.
capitalized
Bray Wyatt came out first.
They just kind of did it random.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was just I'm not a big fan of champions coming out first. They're supposed to be coming out last. That's the way of things. They're supposed to be introduced last. Supposed to come out last. It just, it's just really stupid when they kind of deviate from their own rules.
Right. I I always think that the champion should walk out at last. I'll give the exception to the tag team match, which they actually did come out last, but technically, here's an announcement. It's gonna be a fatal 4-way. Only Bailey wore the WrestleMania colors.
Not necessarily. What are considered the WrestleMania colors?
True. Like I said, man, I really did
Yeah.
think that AJ's match was the match of the night. But this is going to be my final take with AJ. In next year, this guy needs to be in a title match at WrestleMania.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
ifs, ands, buts about it. This guy has worked his ass off, has made a name for himself as short term and within a year, this guy deserves to be in a title match by 34. So it needs to happen. I'm trying to. I mean, a lot happened tonight. A lot of emotion throughout everybody. Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens wasn't bad. I am disappointed with how that finished, with it being just a pop-up power bomb on the outside of the apron and then a 1-2-3. I would have liked to see one more pop-up power bomb. In all honesty, that would have been it for me. That would have been nail in the coffin. That would have been the good one for me. Vince needs to hand the company to Triple H. I don't think he will. I don't think Vince will give up that company at all. And the sad thing is, and this is the sad part, Vince in his eyes is happy and okay with how the Roman Reigns and Undertaker match went. That's the sad part.
Yeah, it could have been better.
No Samoa Joe at all tonight.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me.
I'm okay with it. I would rather Samoa Joe not be there than to be in some stupid ass match like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
This is the thing that makes me upset about that. They made it very clear that Samoa Joe was going to do something very exciting at WrestleMania.
That's not true.
They did, 100%.
Samoa Joe said that he hoped to be at WrestleMania and to do something. WWE officials said nothing about that.
They did at one point during Monday Night Raw.
No, I haven't seen anything on it.
They said that Samoa Joe was going to be there, and make an impact.
Well, there's nowhere for him to fit in. There's absolutely nowhere in this show that he would have fit.
Well, I mean, it's better off to put him in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial.
That's a waste.
And Mojo Rawley winning with the help from Ron Gronkowski isn't a waste.
It is, but would you rather have Samoa Joe in there than have Mojo Rawley beat him?
No, Samoa Joe would beat him.
Because as soon, just as well as I do, as soon as they talked to Gronk and Gronk was interested, they were going to have Mojo win. And what's sad is that I guess they see something in Mojo Rawley. I don't know what the hell they see. Interfered in the Seth Rollins versus Triple H match? No, because, I mean, in all honesty, there's been a year-long build for this match. Having an interference would have just made it where, I mean, we look at it like, well, damn, now we got to wait another year for something else to happen.
Well, no, I think it could have been like Samoa Joe could have interfered and Seth Rollins kind of like kicked him away, but then Seth Rollins could have still won the match and it could have set up like their own feud there. Mind you, they already do kind of have a feud that they could easily lead into because Samoa Joe's the one that injured Seth Rollins in the first place. But I mean, I think you could have just like thrown Samoa Joe in there to try to go after Rollins, and Rollins like kick him, pedigree him, or something like that, and then Samoa Joe and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon like kind of leave. Just like together kind of thing, and it just like be Samoa Joe trying to stick up for Triple H. I think you could have done that, but I mean at the same time, yeah, I think it was better without it. But I don't know. I hate not seeing him there. I understand why they did it. He had no place there, but I just hate that he had no place at WrestleMania. I wanted him to be there.
Him not being there, in my eyes, is the best thing possible for him because it doesn't hurt him.
It's true.
I mean, he came in literally right after the Royal Rumble. And his storyline got messed up. And, I mean, it's nobody's fault, but his storyline got messed up. There's nothing that he can do. Hopefully Steph is off the show tomorrow if a table could hold her back. Nah, honestly and truthfully, I don't think we'll see Triple H tomorrow. If we do, if anything, I could see Seth Rollins kind of cutting a promo saying how he took everybody out and shit like that. And then having the faction just beat his ass. And then kind of having Triple H saying, you see these guys right here? They're going to take your spot or something like that. Stephanie going through the table was the funniest thing all night. I thought it was anticlimactic.
Well, yeah, I didn't like that finish. I mean, it was a great match, but like it's like, okay, Stephanie went through a table. Oh, Triple H is mad. Turns into a pedigree. It's over. I'm like, oh, okay.
That is true. All of the
It's a little
shit
lackluster.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
that's cool. I didn't think about that. Interesting. I think some of the reasoning behind Randy Orton winning. Well, I mean, okay, so let's say as an example, because I just want to touch on the Randy Orton and Bray match because I know that like you guys, I mean, at least Blake did, have problems with Randy winning. If Bray would have won, who do you think he would have faced next? I don't know who else would have.
I mean,
like,
let's be honest. I mean, Blake has a problem with it because realistically, there isn't a reason for Bray Wyatt's reign to end so early. Me, as a Randy Orton fan, I'm okay with that because it advances the story, and I know this isn't going to be the final chapter. So, I mean, for me, I'm cool. Okay, give another championship to Randy Orton. Awesome.
Well, at the same time,
Why have Randy have the title, who's had the title many times, and not give it to somebody that deserves it and needs to have a long reign? That just
I mean, you gave it
everything.
to John Cena just to give him the 16 championship. Same concept.
Everything, and when he gets number 17, I guarantee he'll have a long reign. Everything that they built up for Bray Wyatt to be something big is just destroyed. I don't care for him anymore. He lost it. I just realized from what culture that every person who won a title at 31 is injured by 32. Yeah. Because that'd be Seth, Daniel Bryan. Cena was hurt also. Bryan's back. Who had the tag team titles at the time? Well, who did?
I
I don't remember.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
But yeah.
I think it was Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Did they win the titles
Maybe.
back?
Maybe.
I know the Usos got hurt. One of the Usos got hurt.
They might have. I mean, that would make sense because they both got injured. Yeah, because they both got injured. That's the only time I can think that got injured.
I do think it was, but.
But yeah, the Randy and Bray thing. I think maybe they wanted Randy to win, or maybe like to help it would be they might want to work the angle of maybe Randy and AJ feuding now for the title because that's where AJ's going next. He's got to go there next, right? Because now that he's through Shane, like okay, well,
dude, I will say
like,
that Randy and AJ when they went up against each other last time was fantastic. I really wish that they gave them an extra, 5, 10 to 20 minutes because they really could have tore the house down with that much time.
And now, because they know that, they want to make the feud happen again, so they can work an angle where it's like AJ goes after Randy saying, I took out one guy who messed up my WrestleMania opportunity, and now I'm coming after you because you made me lose my WrestleMania moment.
Well, AJ has said repeatedly that one of his dream matches is with Orton, and always has been.
There you go. I guarantee we see on SmackDown him having a feud with them. Besides Wyatt, he's going to be the one next up for it.
Yeah.
So that's the angle that they want to work. Because I mean, I'm just trying to think I'm trying to basically think in my head because I mean we get to keep talking about WrestleMania, but also I want to think about what you guys think we're going to see on Raw and SmackDown. What's next for all the new champions, stuff like that.
Well, there was 4 title changes tonight.
Yeah, and 3 of them came from Raw.
Yep. So
Raw's got big changes. We get to see Lesnar running the fucking company now.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. We're back to a part-time. Well, actually, I don't think Lesnar will be much of a part-timer now that he's done with UFC completely because he got banned for the substance abuse shit.
Well,
hey, you know what I know?
I do think
Lesnar won the championship. He's back, and he's gonna get destroyed by Roman Reigns anyway. So
that's SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
Michael says they need to have a draft fast before things become repetitive.
I'm sure they will. That's coming up.
If I'm not mistaken, from what I'm hearing, May is what it's looking like for the draft. That it's going to happen in the draft. So I do want to throw a question to somebody behind me who this is his first wrestling in like 2000.
Virgin!
Yeah, WrestleMania Virgin. You knew that as soon as you came in here it was going to happen. I mean, first WrestleMania, what'd you think? Because I know you kind of, even though he doesn't know the Hardys, he marked out. He did mark out for the Hardys.
Well, I wasn't really excited because I've never really been into wrestling, but they put on a really good show. Like, I was actually into it. I considered watching it. I was asking Blake a lot of questions. I was probably getting on his nerves, but it really pulled me in. I'm like, I might be a fan now. kind of liked it.
Yeah, so. Kev over here, he's not going to get allowed to talk because he likes Roman Reigns.
Juan's like, put him on, put him on.
Hoorah,
brother!
Oh. Well, there's no point. Kev, what do you think of WrestleMania? Come here.
It was good. Roman did good. I like Roman.
Roman did good. I like Roman. Yeah, Roman.
Also, the Hardy brothers are back. I like that a lot. I like that they're champions. They deserve it. Was not happy about
Amen.
Dean Ambrose because Dean Ambrose is one of my favorite too. And the Triple H match, I love Triple H motorcycle ride out with all the cops. It's pretty cool.
Bro, that motorcycle
Disappointed about Bray
fight.
Wyatt and Randy Orton because it was really short. Like that really made me angry. That's about it.
You want to hear something? Do you want to hear something sad about this though? So
What?
Travis, this is his first WrestleMania. He hasn't watched wrestling in years. He's kind of been caught up on who's who, but he's never watched Roman Reigns wrestle. At the end of the at the end of the Reigns and Taker match, he looked over and he said, "Roman Reigns sucks."
Welcome to our team.
Like, he said. Oh, Kev's
Welcome
putting
to
us on
Team
the list.
Fuck Oh no, dude.
Do you want to hear him put us on the list? Because it's actually kind of funny.
Dude, I want to hear him put us
All
on
right,
the
put
list.
us on the list. You gotta do it right up on the mic. Oh shit! The Realest podcast. You just made a list. But yeah, that's literally one of the things. Like, as soon as it's over, he looked over at us and said, "Man, Reigns sucks. He only did
God,
two
he
moves."
didn't do anything. Exactly. He doesn't do anything but spear and punch. And then once in a while kick.
Yeah.
That was the
I mean,
that was
all
the most annoying
Lesnar
thing.
did.
Yeah,
all
I was gonna say, that's
Lesnar
the most
did
annoying
was
thing about Lesnar and Goldberg.
Suplex and F5. And
And all Goldberg did was
spear.
spear jackhammer. That's the most annoying thing about that match, is that we saw like 5 minutes of just spear jackhammer, German suplex F5. That's all we saw for 5 minutes.
Here's something else that's funny. So again, Travis, he knows Goldberg and he likes Goldberg. So he's coming in here and he's saying Goldberg's gonna win. And we're like, no, Goldberg's gonna have to get his ass kicked.
No, it's not gonna happen.
As soon as the bell rings, he's getting suplexed, and he's literally sitting there in just shock, like, holy shit, this is about to happen. And I look over, and I was like, yeah, it's about to be over. And then he got speared. I was like, oh shit, it's my turn.
Oh shit, did I say Roman or did I say Goldberg? No, I meant Brock.
No, there was literally between two wrestlers 4 moves. I've come to the conclusion that Goldberg only knows 2 moves.
Pretty much. He's too old, man. He's old and senile. He forgot the rest.
He used to have a whole full set of moves, but I don't know where they went.
He forgot. He's an old senile man. It was 2 old men fighting over fucking shit. That's what I was saying about Roman and Undertaker. It was basically 2 men fighting over or 2 old men fighting over their lawn.
You know what I didn't like about Goldberg Brock? I didn't like how Lesnar ate all those spears and that jackhammer. Where at SummerSlam or at WrestleMania, all it took was at WrestleMania it took 1 spear or jackhammer. At Survivor Series.
You said SummerSlam again.
I know.
We're doing this again.
At Survivor Series, it took 2 spears and a jackhammer. At WrestleMania, it took like 1,000,000 spears and a jackhammer.
Brock Lesnar toughened up.
There's no way.
Bulked
There's
up.
no way.
It
was like Brock Lesnar was Roman Reigns himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Trav right behind me is kind of why I cracked up. Said, "Well, I think Roman Reigns is Goldberg's protege. Man, he only knows 2 moves too."
Right, dude.
But Michael says, "Stop live tours. It is taking stamina out of the superstars, evident by the pace of a lot of the matches. You can't stop you really and honestly and truthfully cannot stop doing live shows and house shows because, in all honesty, you gain fans by doing that." And you also sell merch. Do I think that they don't need to stop them? I do think that they don't need to do them as much. I do think that I know Mondays are house shows for SmackDown. I don't think Monday or Tuesday should be house shows for anything because wouldn't you want your ratings to be up? So you're literally losing a few thousand fans by doing that. So that's probably the only thing I would say they need to stop doing is stop having house shows on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But, again, if I was to give it a rating, I would give this one a good 8. Good 8. Solid 8. Maybe a 9. I really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed
I mean,
WrestleMania.
for once, and this is on both Raw and SmackDown side. It was great storytelling.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
I was completely blown away by how good the storytelling was. It was like SmackDown wrote Raw's storylines for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, people you will say that the start was really strong, but you also have to realize we literally today probably watched 6 hours of wrestling. 6 to 7 hours of wrestling. That's a lot.
7 hours, dude.
That's a lot of wrestling. Not to mention we
And then
watched
we did
NXT
two
TakeOver
podcasts.
yesterday. So
And plus 2 podcasts.
just it was really good. We're just all drained. I enjoyed it too, but I think some matches could have been much better. I think with as many
That can always
matches,
happen.
with as many matches as there are, not every match is going to be 5 stars out of 5. So
No,
Yeah,
but
you know
if you
what?
could keep our attention through the entire pay-per-view,
Exactly.
you were successful if you had that many matches and was able to keep us all entertained and like going crazy the entire night.
well, that's
Yeah.
hard to do with as long as it is 6 or 7 hours.
But they did it. This is the first time I've can legitimately say that they've tried to do a 5-6 hour show and actually held my attention like that.
Yeah, I think I am going to go out on a limb here, and I am going to say I enjoyed WrestleMania more than I did TakeOver. I really do.
You know what, guys? It had the potential to be good, and it did it. It really did. It had the potential.
WrestleMania 34 will suck.
WrestleMania 34 has the potential to be better than this one.
Oh, God.
Calling it now.
You're already messing
No, actually,
up.
no. You know what I was thinking about too when I was watching the end of WrestleMania, that WrestleMania 34 is gonna have more meaning already than ever because it's gonna be the first WrestleMania in 25 years that the Undertaker won't be there.
I think that'll be a good thing, if you want me to be honest with you. I think that,
Okay, but that's insane.
I think Taker's having a wrestling match since the streak has been over has been pointless. I think it's been a waste of 30 minutes. I know
True,
he's
but
an
it's
icon,
still
but
him
what's
being
the
there,
point?
but, yeah.
Like what
understand.
is the point of him having a match? 34 will be great. 33, I changed my mind, was way better than 32. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta
changed
calm
your
down.
opinion?
You gotta calm down. It's kind of like with us with the Royal Rumble. I gave the Royal Rumble a 3, and I think the next day I was like, man, the Royal Rumble was good. It's just the Rumble that sucked.
Right. You're just hating on it because of one match.
Yeah. But I mean, tomorrow is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Tomorrow's gonna be insane.
I mean, it should be amazing. I mean, with
It's
the
gonna be great.
Hardys and Lesnar and it's just
Trav,
we
get out of my
really
house.
have the idea.
He just said tomorrow has potential to be good. You got to get out. You can't.
No!
You can't say that. You're not around.
Not for Raw, man.
Not for Raw.
Raw's like the one thing you don't want to
Not
jinx.
for Raw.
No, okay, no. If I want to be honest with you, it can't be bad. The Raw after WrestleMania is always
I
good.
really hope that the SmackDown after WrestleMania is going to be good. Obviously, it probably will, but I mean,
Hey, this is the first time. This is where we see fucking Shinsuke. Watch this shit.
like I said, wherever
Shinsuke.
wherever AJ Styles is, Shinsuke needs to be.
Oh my god, don't even, dude. AJ versus Shinsuke next WrestleMania main event. Oh my god, I'll
Pretty
cry.
good.
Like, have you even watched their match yet? Have you even watched it?
Yeah, it was really good.
You did see it? Oh my god, they tore the fucking house down.
But I think that should do it for us. I mean, storyline wise, a lot of them are finished. Just about every single storyline, but maybe 1 or 2 are finished. Which
So
is-
what the fuck is... Who's gonna fucking face Lesnar for the damn title? The hell?
If I'm
Roman
not
Reigns?
mistaken,
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's rumored to be Finn.
What?
Yeah,
Finn's gonna get fucking squashed like a bug.
Finn Balor.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put him up against him unless you.
I wouldn't either. That's not a good fight for him. At least in my opinion. The Demon versus the Beast. That's why they want to do it. Never mind. That's why they want to do it. The Demon versus the Beast.
I could see him and Owens for like a mid-card title.
Yeah, for the U.S. title,
better
you
not
have
do
it right
that.
there, Andrew.
I mean,
you just won the U.S. title.
Hey, listen. I'm just saying I could see that, as opposed to him and Brock Lesnar. Because I mean, I wouldn't put him up against Brock Lesnar unless you plan on giving him the title.
Which they will, I'm sure. It'd be Lesnar can't hold the title forever.
I do think it's
No,
also,
Roman's going to beat him.
I do think it's well. You know that Chris Jericho is going to get his rematch at Payback because he's supposed to leave in May, so he'll get one more pay-per-view win and then leave.
I was gonna say, or he could just have it on Raw and then be done.
Yeah, I mean
It's the Raw. It's the Raw after Mania, Blake. You can't forget.
One title match, yeah.
Yeah, anything's possible. We're on the wait. Watch the main event with Lesnar against Goldberg. Watch the main event.
Goldberg's done.
Michael says Owen should be put on SmackDown and made into a main eventer. Well, I mean, other than what he's doing right now, he has been a main eventer. He's main evented just about every.
Yeah, he just got out of the picture.
He's main evented every single pay-per-view, except for this one. Since SummerSlam, he's main evented every single pay-per-view. So you really can't say that he's not a main eventer. Obviously, he got put down back into place, but I mean, you're gonna have to do that with names like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. It's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens versus Goldberg doesn't sell tickets. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg does, which is sad, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, it's just the circumstances that you get thrown in, especially for guys who have kind of, paid their dues, because Kevin Owens was doing great with the title and he didn't need to lose it.
I disagree.
But with the angle,
he was doing
really
with that title.
Well, okay, it was also because he didn't have to, if they would have waited, if Brock Lesnar and Goldberg weren't a thing yet, if they didn't even come at all, and it was Kevin Owens still the title, imagine how WrestleMania would have went if it would have been Kevin Owens against Finn Balor.
That would have been awesome.
I think that would have been awesome. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you didn't have the part-timers there, and you had a guy like Finn Balor who was there, who could have been thrown in the mix, or somebody, instead of it being around Chris Jericho and bad guys that he got thrown in a feud with. Because he didn't really have the chance to get a really good feud with the title.
I mean, he only faced two people.
Exactly. He didn't get to really do anything with it.
Yeah, but
So then, if he would have gone and kept an extra, if he would have had an actual legitimate run, if he would have held that on SmackDown, even, I think that would have been a lot better for him. He would have had better people to go up against.
yeah. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys give this, and do you guys think that's better than Takeover?
Andrew, what do you think, man? I'm still thinking.
No, I agree with Blake. 8, and I'll say it was better. Surprisingly, I think there was a lot more surprises, which is what was lackluster from the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I mean, because of the surprises, because of the significance of a lot of the things that happened tonight, I'm gonna say it was better than Takeover.
Before Kyle does go, I will be honest with you. I did not expect the Hardys to come out. I really didn't.
Neither did I. I was shocked.
It was kind of like
I was thinking it was the New Day. They were dressed.
Yeah, so did I.
I did too, and Trav's over here you think they're gonna come out? I said I do, but at the same time, I'm setting myself up for disappointment. I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. It's gonna be the New Day.
And then Jeff's music hit.
Oh, as soon as his
and
music hit, like
screamed.
I wish my sister would have recorded in my face. I really do.
And
I was just stone cold shocked.
He doesn't know the Brokens, and it's just the Broken Hardys, and I was marking out. It was just because we can't forget, less than 24 hours ago, or just over 24 hours ago, they were in ROH.
Exactly.
By the
and
way,
Blake, I want to tell you.
Bucks tweeted out, "We beat the Hardys last night. What does that make us?"
I don't know. I mean, well, I did want to say, though, that the interesting thing about they said on TNA, if you remember, Blake, they said on TNA they want to go around the world and get every tag team title. They said they want to do it. And what they do in TNA, they had the belts. Then they went to Ring of Honor. They won the belts on their first night. They come to the B. They win the belts on their first night. They're doing it. They're doing their promise. They're going around the world getting every tag team title. Even if they lose it, whatever, they're still getting it, and they are really trying to make themselves the greatest tag team in history. Mind you, they pretty much are one of them, but they really are trying to make it that they are. But with my WrestleMania, what I think about it, I just want to give it a 9 because I enjoyed it just entertainment-wise more than I've enjoyed a pay-per-view in a really long time. And is it better than Takeover? I think here's my opinion. I think entertainment-wise, it was better than Takeover, but wrestling-wise, Takeover was better. That's right. I think if you go mat-based wrestling, Takeover was better, but entertainment-wise and pure enjoyment, WrestleMania definitely was better. I just purely, like I said, I enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed a pay-per-view in a really long time.
for me, when we say that they're not open, when we say that TakeOver wasn't as good as WrestleMania, TakeOver was really good. I said last night, I don't know how WrestleMania is going to top this. I said it. I think I said it today. I don't know how WrestleMania is going to top it. I didn't think that they were. And sure enough, they did. But it was really good. Michael gave it an 8 out of 10, and he also said that it was better than TakeOver.
Yeah, for me, it was really the feelings. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to cut it up, but like it was really just the feelings of like listening to the Hardys music and freaking out like I did brought me back to me being a kid again. Of just like getting that not even I don't want to say nostalgia film, but just the feeling of seeing like my favorite wrestlers return, or just some like getting that feeling of seeing like a guy I really like first come out.
And I honestly feel like that's why it was the roller coaster, man.
Exactly. And
we had
seeing
the Hardys
Undertaker
come back,
go
we
to
were excited, and then to leave the show off the way it did with the Undertaker and how he left it off. He didn't say anything. He just put his stuff, left it in the ring, and he disappeared into the fog. And
exactly,
that's
it was amazing.
That's why we see the Undertaker. And for me, this is especially hard because I don't know about all of you guys. I mean, I'm 25, so I've been around. I've been watching wrestling ever since I was a little kid. So I've been around as long as the Undertaker has in terms of as being a fan. I've seen his careers from the start to the absolute finish. So I've actually watched him from the first time he actually came into a WWE ring into the last time he left it. So for me, it's a really big moment, and I feel like the way in which they retired him, I was okay with. I still think that they messed up in terms of Roman and the way they had him win and just sort of leave. But I mean, when you really look at it, the reason why there wasn't a heel turn and the reason why they didn't do anything with it is because it was the Undertaker's moment.
Exactly.
And he really couldn't take that away from him. And to turn him heel and have him completely decimate the Undertaker would have completely taken away from the moment, in my opinion. So I mean, I understand why they gave him that moment.
Well, Andrew, I'm gonna let you sign off, man. What do you think? How should we end this?
How should we end this? I think we should end this in the way that
Undertaker's music.
Oh yeah.
Damn
can't do that. Yeah, but honestly, I have to apologize to the WWE writing staff because this morning I said that there was no way that WrestleMania was going to be glorious, but after tonight, WrestleMania was in fact glorious. So kudos to WrestleMania. Kudos to WWE for finally dethroning TakeOver in their undefeated reign of pay-per-views. And tune in tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is going to be a really exciting episode of Raw. We're going to be here right after the show, and hopefully it's going to just pick up the ball, and Raw's going to absorb all the excitement from WrestleMania.
Well, Kyle, I mean, do you have anything else you want to finish off with?
I mean, I can't believe that we got the Andrew Bass seal of approval. We got it. WrestleMania, and it finally beat an NXT pay-per-view in Andrew's eyes, man. That's all that matters.
For me, that's a
we don't need to say anything.
For me, it's
that is, dude. We just gotta end it. He just needs golf clap, like golf clap.
So until later or until tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.